Okay, well, at least this game is working, so that is something. I wish I knew what was going on with Chaos Child, but apparently it is not a new issue. Apparently there is a consistent issue, so we'll play this game for right now. I am lonely, and I don't know what to. I feel very lonely, and I don't remember myself. Now the title alone seems pretty fucking depressing, so we'll have to see. But no idea what's going to happen now. We have four different icon thingies, I guess. So we'll just click one at random, I guess. Paul Randall create a group chat, access limited to all Interc employees. Current active users 1. Hello? Anyone there? Eric Williams joined the group chat. Current active users 2. Hi Paul, is that you? Oh, thank God you're here, Eric. I was starting to believe I was the only one here. Do you know what's going on? I'm really scared. I have no idea. That's why I logged on in. I wanted to see if there's anybody else in here. So there's no one else. In the whole faculty? Just the two of us? It appears that way. Well, until just a minute ago, I thought I was alone. I created the chat like half an hour ago. Weren't you able to connect? I was trying to reach my computer. The hallway I normally use to reach the security room was completely flooded. I had to look for another way in. Fuck. So it's that serious, isn't it? I haven't left my office since the alarm went off. The doors are locked. It's utter chaos out there. That's why I asked you if you know anything about this. I think I'm going crazy. Catherine Evans joined the group chat. Current active users 3. Only 3 people. This is worse than I imagined. Kathy, you're here. I called you 10 minutes ago, Paul. It seems like the phone lines are off. Who's the other guy? Eric? Eric Williams, yes. He's one of the security guys working on Sector C. We met once, Miss Evans, when you visited our office. I don't remember you. In any case, a security employee will be useful for this. We need to assess the situation. I don't know anything useful. I'm as confused as you two. Don't you have access to the status of the faculties on your computer? What? No. Then what are you security guys here for? Do I have to tell you how to do your job? Kathy, relax. Please. How am I supposed to do that? Have you seen what things look like around here? Listen, I'm sorry, but I don't have access to anything like that. I'm new to Interc. I have been working in security for just 2 years. I don't even know what Interc really does, nor the purpose of this underground faculty. Yes, get used to that shitty secretiveness that surrounds everything related to this company. Some of us have been here for a long time and still have tons of questions about what we do at Interg. Paul, if I recall correctly, you were celebrating your 10th anniversary here a few months ago. You should be the one shining light on all this. Me? I already told Eric I haven't been able to leave my office. I don't know what it's currently like in the hallways. The only thing I can tell you is about the security structure. Yes, Eric is right. The security systems are completely decentralized, and one employee with an E-level access, which I believe is what he has, won't be able to have an entire look at the faculties. We'll have to come up with another solution. Brenda Rivera joined the chat. Look who's decided to show up. You have some real explaining to do. I bet this whole thing is the board's fault, and especially you. Catherine, Paul, and you're on the security tech team, right? You're correct, Miss Rivera. You are the one that hired me. I remember now. Yes. Have you been able to contact any other employees? I'm afraid not. I was the first one to log in from my computer, and the rest of you followed. So just four of us to sort all this out. It will have to suffice. Care to provide us with some answers? Or will Interg's opaque bullshit continue even at times like this? I understand your concerns, Catherine. But whether you want to believe it or not, I'm on the same page as all of you. My whole company is facing an emergency. I can't contact 20 of my employees, and I'm not even able to walk a few corners before reaching dead ends and locked doors. If Brenda is right, I believe we should work together to get out of this mess. That's the only attitude that will help us here. I need the three of you to detail your whereabouts at the time the lights went off and the alarm started buzzing, and your current state. I was sitting on my desk doing some paperwork. When the lights went off, I tried to get out of my office, but the magnetic locks had been activated and I couldn't do anything. Sector B's locks are P-type, so no wonder you can't open them. I switched my computer's mode to local battery, and I managed to get it working. I created the group chat to try to find out what happened, and waited until you joined one by one. I was updating some data with Susan. She's another of my teammates. We needed the log archives for our doors panel, so I was going back to this room when it happened. I tried to go back with Susan, but a steel door dropped from the ceiling and I couldn't get past it. I heard some screams on the other side. You are in Sector C. Am I correct? Yes. When I reached the hallway I normally use, it was flooded. I went around a secondary path and I arrived here. I used the panel to activate the magnetic lock on my way in. Okay. Catherine? When the alarm started buzzing, I was with Hilda, my assistant. We went separate ways to find out what was happening. I went into my office, and since water was starting to leak, I too locked myself in here. I am using my laptop and trying to find diagrams of the faculties. You guys at the board didn't bother uploading them to an easy reach spot, you know? Catherine, we've talked about this. Interg is the leading company on technological advancements in this country. The opaqueness is the point. Do you know how many people are interested in our discoveries? I'm too stressed for this crap about Forward Industries again. Forward's not the problem now. We're in the middle of a freaking emergency none of us has the slightest idea how to solve, and you're still on about keeping secrets. I'm going to try to do something useful regarding this, unlike any of you. Catherine Evans left the group chat. Excuse her, Brenda. You know how she gets sometimes. She's right about something. We should be working towards a solution to whatever this is. Let's all try to move outside our current rooms and explore our whereabouts. Report any of your findings to me. I'll try to talk to Catherine too. I doubt I'll be able to exit this office. These magnetic locks seem designed to keep me safe until the emergency is over. I'll do my best, Miss Rivera. Good luck to both of you. Eric Williams created a private chat. Access limited to Eric Williams, Paul Randall. Hey. Hi. I know Brenda told us to scan the hallways, but I wanted to talk to you first. I'm all ears. I mean, all eyes. This whole situation is really unsettling. And, to be frank, Catherine might have a point. Of course she's hard to deal with, but I agree with her that the boss being so uncommunicative doesn't help. Yeah, I see what you mean. Enter can be quite eerie sometimes, for lack of a better word. It got me thinking back on these 2 years at the company, and I've realized there's been some really weird things. Like, what's with the whole company running underground? When I told my relatives, they said it was strange, but I brushed it off. That's because of security issues. A lot of eyes would be prying if we were out in the open. I know, but don't you agree it's a bit odd? And what about the cell phones? I always tell people I'm too busy at work to be answering the phone. If I told them I have to leave it at the front door every single day, they would think I have entered a cult. If we could keep them, we could just contact the outside now and get us out of this. I doubt so. The signal doesn't reach this far underground. Only the internal phone line works. The reason is the same as far as I know. You wouldn't be able to use it anyway, so they take caution and don't let anyone take photos of the inside. What would I take a photo of? In 2 years, I've only seen a few rooms and hallways. I've never left Sector C. And what's so important it must be kept so carefully a secret? I was just happy I got a job on my field. I was learning a lot and it paid very well. I didn't sign up for this. I'm scared, Paul. I am too, my friend. We'll take care of each other and we'll get out of this. Thank you. There's one more thing. Anything I can do to help? My specific job, I'm worried about it. What do you mean? Door number 412. My whole team, 4 employees total, is dedicated to securing that door. I am assigned to the software security of the lock. Oh, yes, I remember now. You told me about it once. The bosses I've talked to over time stressed how important this duty was. I've never learned what was behind that door, but I'm worried this emergency has left it unsecured. Do you know anything about the door? You're a veteran on this company. I have no idea. That sucks. I should head out then. Do what Miss Rivera asked us to do, and check if the door is still locked. Are you sure? I mean, if you're saying it could be unsecured, wouldn't it be safer to not get close? I don't know. I'll see what I can do. See ya. Remember, I got your back. For anything. I appreciate it. Brenda Rivera, create a group chat. Access is limited to Brenda, Paul, and Eric. Please tell us what you discovered. Hi. Okay, so I went around Sector C for a bit. Walking in the dark is pretty difficult to me at least, so I wasn't always sure my orientation was accurate. Anyways, I've been drawing a map to try to better understand my current position. What about the locked doors? There's quite a few of those. There were some I managed to open with my employee card, as I usually do. Others won't budge. Believe me, I tried everything. But I swear there were doors I had never seen before in the middle of hallways. Yes, that would be the emergency doors. You won't open those with an E-level card. How is the flooding in your sector? It has stopped completely. Some hallways are still difficult to navigate though. That's why the emergency doors are necessary. But those same doors are the ones keeping me here, putting me in danger. They will open whenever it's safe to do so. Everything about the emergency contingencies has been striking me as odd. You would think a plan for a situation like this would prioritize getting everyone inside out of danger, right? But what it seems like is that this emergency reaction cares less about saving us than about keeping the secrets inside. Am I right? We're all trying to collaborate here. We aren't leaving anyone out. Catherine was right. I could do my job much better if I had any info at all. I don't even know if door 412's security, which everyone told me was the most important thing in the world, has been breached. I have zero idea about why it's so important. Don't you think that, in a situation that's starting to look much more like life or death, I'm entitled to learn something that could save us? What does this company I work for do? What is Interg Technologies? Trust me, if we knew something that could help you here, we would tell you. We are your allies. Williams, your mistake here is not going outside your very own point of view. Do I look do I not look fragile to you? Someone who has her very own company crumbling around her? Secrets are only kept for a reason, and shared ones might be the reason we're here. You are rookie at Interg. How do I even know you're not working for Forward Industries? Brenda, please stop. No, I need Williams to understand the situation I'm in. Whatever. I'll keep investigating the hallways. Update us when you have actual information and not just complaints. I didn't manage to do much progress. I've been thinking about what you told me earlier, and I'm not sure about who I can trust. Maybe trust isn't the proper word. I trust Paul, and Miss Rivera seems worried about Interg. But if I'm trying to find a way out, I need someone who's actually cooperating, and you seem like the person working towards that same goal. I'm glad you've come to your senses. How should we proceed then? I already told you about my sector. You told me you had some inkling about what the key to all this might be. Yeah, I was kind of fluking to be honest. I mean, I do think knowing Interg's purpose has to help, but I got nothing. You would be surprised at how little we all know. You know nothing? Didn't you tell me you've been here for like 7 years? Interg follows a very disconnected work structure. No one knows about what other people are doing, just that you're part of a much larger, something much larger. You tell me. All I'm allowed to know is a door security system. I got everything I needed to do my job properly, but not a single hint more. And all of that because of Forward? Isn't this being too cautious? Listen, I vented earlier at Brenda for not focusing on the task at hand, but the thing is that doesn't necessarily mean she's wrong. Forward Industries has been silent since their incident, and people here are worried about their intentions. Interc deals with dangerous issues, and one might never be too careful if that's the case. Then am I wrong for trying to find some kind of truth? Should I just, I don't know, wait here and do nothing about it? No, you're doing the right thing, and I'll help you if I can. I would be lying if I told you I don't try it myself to uncover the whole thing. Then please answer me a question. What do you know about Project Apate? Pretty impressive you managed to get that code name. My only job is to protect a door. I've got plenty of free time to search for some files when I'm curious. It took months, but I found more than one mention to something to that name. Okay then. Project APE is what Interg Technologies has been working on for years. Hell, I don't know if anything on here is currently dedicated to a single other thing, but my guess is there's nothing else. Some say it's a technological development like the world has never seen, the crown jewel for Interg. What will cement them on the pages of history? The seemingly infinite budget the company has points in that direction too. You and me both. We come here every day to work on a single part of Project APATE. How big are our contributions? My conjectures are as good as yours. I see. Thank you for trusting me. Why wouldn't I? I need everything on my hand to leave this damned hideout as soon as we can. I swear I'm never getting back here once we manage to do it. Let's work towards that then. See ya. Goodbye. Hey, what have you been up to? Been trying to reach you? I know. I was looking into the security system I built. I figured there might be some info in there. And was there? I need to ask you a question first. Please promise me you'll be honest. I promise. I wouldn't lie to you. Does the name Project Ape ring any bells? Where did you get that name from? So it does. Of course it does, and you know that. Wouldn't have asked me otherwise. Go on. It's what Interc Technologies is all about. And yes, what the Door 412 is about too. Now, it's me who deserves an answer. Was there some info on your security system data? Yes, there was. Damn, I felt like an idiot when I found it. Why wasn't there the first place I looked? It's the only thing here. I know it like the palm of my hand. If I was worried about the door, that's the logical place to look. What I found was Susan's doing, one of my teammates. We work together but aren't allowed to talk about specifics of our jobs. Turns out, after some digging, I discovered what her job is. Yes, it's a link between the door's security system, the one I wrote, and the building's emergency system, the one which activated the doors and the flooding. And it's triggered, Paul. It triggered. This whole emergency has a single root. Someone managed to open door 412. When that happened, the emergency contingency was automatically activated. That's why we're here now. Fuck. This is bad. Really bad. I'm going to look for a way to the door. Talk to you later. No, Eric. Promise me you won't get near that door. What? Why? That door is dangerous. You don't know what people would do to gather its secrets. Oh, of course I do. Do you want to know when did I first start getting uneasy about my job here at Inter? The day I received a letter from someone from Forward Industries. What? Why didn't you tell me? I didn't know you back then. This Forward employee was asking about the secrets behind the door. I told them I didn't know anything. Then they asked about some details about my security system. They were offering more money than I had earned during my whole life. And did you give them what they wanted? If I had, do you think I would be here? Maybe I should have. Eric, you're my friend. I am begging you to stay safe. Don't go. See you, Paul. You took your time? Where were you? How do I open the P-level panels? Tell me where I can find a card. You won't get to the door 412. How do you know about that? Give me access. Now. That's not something I can do. You would need a physical card that's simply not there. But even if I could I wouldn't. You mustn't go there. I need to. I know I'm really close to the truth. I need to uncover what you're hiding from me. I need you to do one last thing for me. Not without getting answers first. What is Project Ape? Do you still fail to understand it? The reason you don't know what Project Ape is because of its very nature. Project Ape is dangerous, and the fact that door 412 has been opened makes it even more so. There's only one thing left to do. We must activate its countermeasure. What do you mean? Did you think a company dealing with such dangerous concepts wouldn't dedicate some of its budget to prepare for a case like this one? I just opened a new private chat. You should have gotten the notification. Come meet me there. That's where the countermeasure is. I see a group chat invitation. Ignore that one. Do you see the private chat one? I do. Then go in. I told you, I'm not going anywhere without a concrete answer. I will tell you everything you want to know in that chat. I'll meet you there. Good. It's protected by a password. The chat, I mean, it's asking for a password in order to let me in. Then enter the password. What do you mean? I don't know any password. I'll be waiting. Behind the door completed Eric's chat. Okay. Interesting. Okay, and then that's where we enter the password, I guess, when we figure it out. So I guess these are different thingies, and we could find out the password eventually, maybe? Hmm. Brenda and Paul. I talked to Catherine, and calmed her down a bit, I think. We need her help. Glad to hear that. How are things on your end? When I said we all should try a step outside our current rooms, I supposed you wouldn't be able to, considering what you described. You're right. Totally locked in here. In that case, you won't be able to get us out of here. That means you could be useful in other regard. What do you suggest? What I'm about to tell you doesn't leave this chat. Are we clear? You're scaring me, Brenda. And the last thing I need during an emergency that has locked us underground is more reasons to be afraid. I asked you a question. Of course I won't tell anyone. You know that. All right. This isn't entirely shocking. I don't follow. The emergency. The alarms. Don't get me wrong, I didn't expect it, but the timing makes sense. Care to explain why then? Last night, there was an attack on our security. They wanted to get data about Project Ape-8. What? Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry, it was classified. I thought I was allowed to know about classified intel. Do you know how long I've been working for Interg? Since when am I out of these things? I told you I'm sorry. P-level stuff. The board got really worried about the attack and asked me to keep it between us. Whatever. Thanks for telling me now, I guess. I'm not dumb. The situation changes priorities, and you know I trust you enough to give you this kind of information. So, this attack meant I had to change my usual daily routine today. I was on my way to do some inspections when all hell broke loose. And now we're fucked. Couldn't express it better myself. As I said, I can't have you doing nothing. We're facing dire and uncertain circumstances, so maybe I'm a bit paranoid, but I need to ask you a question. What do you know about Forward Industries? I don't know. The usual, I suppose. Not much. People around here always considered it the biggest rival to Interg, but no one elaborates. I don't know where the rivalry comes from, but I guess that it's just due to competing on the same field. I know about their latest public project, about the Frous incident, and I've seen their president on TV a couple of times, but that's pretty much it. So you're aware of their interest in Project Ape-8. I assumed it could be the case, but I didn't know if they knew of its existence. They most certainly do. I see. Would you care to look into what you can find about them? I figured you would ask me to. Will do. Thank you. It may be a dead end, but I would prefer to err on the side of caution. Tell me, how are things looking like on your sector? You didn't have the chance to tell us about your surroundings. Brenda? Wait a sec. Eric Williams is requesting a chat with me. He probably has some info about his area. I'll create a group chat. Remember, anything classified I've shared with you remains classified. I know what classified means. Hey, please forgive Brenda. She's really stressed right now. Eric? I understand your position. I truly do. If you need to talk, please send me a message. I'm here for you. Any luck? None. These magnetic locks are everything proof. I'm not going to be able to break out of here. And screaming so someone can hear you? I will keep trying, but so far no one has answered. Fuck. Yeah. I've also tried to contact the surface via computer. I've tested every bypass my head could come up with, but there's simply no connection with the people above. I really hope at least one employee has been able to reach the outside, because otherwise I can't imagine how long it might take before they realize we're missing and send the firefighters or whoever can unlock these doors. They'll probably unlock automatically once the emergency is over, but yeah, who knows how much we'll have to wait. And I hate not knowing what's going on. My best course of action is probably to look into the access cards. The magnetic locks that open with them are what are keeping the four of us trapped. Good idea. And what about forward? Did you do as I asked? With both Brenda and you asking, it's not like I had much of a choice. And there's definitely stuff in the servers. I'll tell you that much. Interg's been keeping record of a lot of articles. I didn't know the rivalry between Interg and Forward had been so publicly heated. There's even an interview with Brenda from like 7 years ago in which she says Forward will always be licking the breadcrumbs Interg leaves on their path. I gotta admit, I didn't know Brenda's witty side. Forward's president isn't further behind, though. There are no records for his last few years, but he also has his fair share of media appearances cursing Interg. Every single document regarding Forward seems to agree on how they have always been behind Interg. They've copied every single advancement we've made, but always with a few months difference. That is true. Damn this whole company and the mess I never asked to get into. I swear this shit is much larger than both of us. I'm getting a headache just from considering how deep the secrets go. It's understandable. You don't have to keep looking into this in that case, Kathy. Leave it to me and go have a rest or do other thing. You said you were going to investigate the access cards, right? The more of us that research every single possibility, the sooner we'll end this nightmare. I'll update you on both forward and the faculty status. Oh, thank God you're here. I was really worried. What's with the P-level doors? I can't get past them. Tell me about them. Those are the ones that have been confining me into this single room. I need to get to the door. Why? Why do you feel the need to risk your life? And why are you so scared of that door? Why won't you tell me any of the secrets that Brenda and you are keeping? Eric, you don't understand. This is dangerous. Is it about forward? The project, the door, the emergency, the danger. Is it all about Interg's war against forward? Of course it's about forward. Haven't you talked to Brenda and Kathy? While you keep moving around like a child, we three are focused on learning about them. Well, sorry if I do my best to leave this fucking hellhole. Sorry if not sharing any info with me leads me to not being able to help. I'm sorry, Eric. You're right about that. Quit being sorry and answer any of my questions for a change. What did you learn about Forward? It's complicated. I've looked into their entire history, or at least the parts of the history that Interg's board considered relevant enough to store in the database I can access from here. Their recent decay seems apparent, but there isn't any news from the last months. I have reasons to believe they're relevant to our current predicament, but I can't find a definite link. When I talked to Catherine earlier, she mentioned some incident. What did she refer to? That's the reason behind the decay I just mentioned. Forward actually became the #1 technology company in the country at some point. That led them to increase their budget exponentially with a single goal, developing their most ambitious project to date. What was that? I hadn't heard about that. They tried to cover it up as much as they could, but some of it ended up being leaked. The exact nature of the prototype was never revealed, but what went public was more than enough. The demo test of the prototype ended with the deaths of 6 people, including 2 investors that were coming to visit Ford's faculties. They called it the Frous incident. Oh my god. I know. From that point on, all I've gathered is that Ford's aim towards Interc increased, but they went silent not long after. The whole industry turned their backs to them. I don't blame them. Well, who knows if it was an accident or not? Maybe Ford was onto something huge. Where nothing is worth the human sacrifice. What I intend to say is they must have had a very good reason, and that means the situation is worse than we might have expected. I need to think about this. I know you won't like this, but this danger is the very reason why I need to fulfill my duty and reach that door. Eric, no. I don't want to jinx it, but there might be a glimmer of hope. For real? Please, I'll take any good news right now very happily. I'm dead worried about Eric. Eric, what's up with him? Nothing. He just isn't answering and has been growing more insane by the hour. Just tell me the news, I beg you. Do me a favor and try to open any of the doors in your room, the ones that have been locking you in this whole time. It can't be. Please go ahead and try. I'm not entirely sure. Kathy, you're unbelievable. I don't know how you managed to do that, but the freaking door just opened with my S-level card. It's not an S-level card anymore. Enjoy your priority access. It should let you open any door in the faculty sans the door controlled by Eric's security team. This is amazing. I don't know how I can express my gratitude. I've got an idea. How about you rescue every one of us stuck in here and get us out? Yeah, you're right. I'll be on my way. Be sure to jam every door you open so they won't close. We never know if the system might see through my tricks and revoke our privileges. But wait a second. If you've hacked the entire card system, you should be able to open any door yourself, right? Indeed. But I want to finish my investigation first. Investigation. You've done more than enough, Kathy. I only care about getting home, and these cards will do just that. I know, but I feel like I'm close to something. I spoke to Brenda. Did you know Ford attacked our security last night? She told me about it too, yes. Well, I've been looking into some Forward files, and I've tried to link them to what I've learned of the internal security of the faculties. It's been hard to gather some of the data. Why is everything referenced to or protected by military alphabet terms? That's Brenda's doing. She likes to use it all the time. So, what did you find? I'm almost positive Ford has something to do with the emergency. I traced the hacking attack we suffered yesterday, and it came from these faculties. That's a lot to digest. It really is. Everything points to Ford having sent a spy to our own company. That's why I want to continue with this, to see if I can find the user it came from. I'll wait for you here. You know where my office is, right? I do. Then please come for me and we'll move from here. Got it. See you, and thank you for everything. Hey, something went wrong. Damn it. I was so close. I had progressed more than halfway until reaching your office, but my card stopped working. It's not like it went back to my original S level. It doesn't open any door now. You are right. The system probably detected your intrusion and reacted to cancel all altered cards. Thank God you told me to jam the doors. If you hadn't, I wouldn't have been able to get back here and I would be stuck without any computer. Kathy, you there? I am here. That's a relief. Listen, do you think you can hack it again? I don't think we're separated by more than 4 or 5 doors. If you make it work again, I could rush to the last door I opened and would only need about 2 minutes to get there. Then we would be together and could devise a new plan from there. The system didn't detect my intrusion, Paul. Then what could have happened? I'm lost. I canceled your card myself. What? Don't tell me the claustrophobia is beginning to get you too. Did Eric reach you or what? Did he pass his paranoia about Brenda and me keeping secrets to you? You know it's not those secrets. Kathy, you're scaring me. I don't know what you're talking about. So you're choosing to play dumb. All right, I will spell it out for you. I succeeded in what I told you. I managed to track the hacker attack from last night to a specific user and a specific company and the faculties. Your computer. You are the spy from Forward Industries. You've gone very silent all of a sudden, Paul. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So pause, ooh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm back from the scouting. Glad to hear that. I'll add you to a group chat. What do you want? Eric's right to be mad, and you know that. This situation is frightening. It's understandable to try to learn whatever you can in order to get out of here. He can get as mad as he wants, but you know as well as I do that I can't give him any classified intel. And of course I know it's frightening. Try to find someone who's currently more scared than I am. I was hoping you would be the optimistic one. Maybe this was a contingency the board and you had planned beforehand, just to make sure our experiments are protected. I'm afraid it's nothing of the sort. I'm trapped in one of the hallways and haven't been able to get past the debris surrounding me or open the locked doors. Then this is dead serious. Yes, this is an attack against our company. Precisely why I can't go divulging our secrets to anyone. If it's only 4 of us who are able to connect to the chats, I will need the help of every single one of you. But if we're talking about who I really trust here, it's only you. I'm here for you, Brenda. It's not just for me, not even for Interg. I don't want to spread panic, so I won't say anything about all the possibilities I'm considering. But I just hope it's neither an Echo case or a Quebec one, or a Rocco or a Sierra. Rocco, that's not on the military alphabet. You know about Rocco's basilisk? Doesn't ring any bells? Then let's just pray it's not that. And did you investigate on Forward as I asked earlier? I'm sorry, I've had zero time for that. I'll start immediately and report my findings. Then I won't interrupt you anymore. Did you find anything about Forward? I don't remember contacting you. If I had anything to report to you, I would have contacted you. Does that make more sense than you asking me until I have something? You're insufferable, you know that? I'm looking, okay? Yes, there's some stuff, but pardon me for thinking an ongoing emergency is more important at the moment. I am investigating Forward too. Don't think I'm just bossing around without doing anything of use. Since I can't move more than a few steps in any direction, I figured I would be better helping on my laptop. It's not like you reported anything that solves our problem either. I found some files. They're about forward. I'd like you to take a look at them and share your opinion afterwards. I swear if they're a waste of time, then feel free to lash out at me. But first, take a look at them. I will, whenever I find a way to unlock these doors. Catherine, this is important. Not so easy when you're not in control, is it? Now you're starting to feel how Williams and I are feeling at your absolute lack of compromise. We're in a life or death situation, and you still refuse to share information that could save us. And you still got the nerve to tell me what I must do? You can go to hell for all I care. I'm not going to talk to you until you've calmed down. Just check the files. I will tell you something, if that serves as an incentive. The files are related to an incident that happened last night. Ford Industries tried to hack our security to access some secret data. You win. I'll read the goddamn files. What's up? Paul, this is really bad. Is it about Forward? This is bad on its own, yes, but I mean what it links to. It's not about a hacking attempt. Then, it is a Rocco Basilisk case. I still don't know what that is. The instant they had, Paul, it's happened here, too. No, wait. You don't mean that. As far as I know, we're not allowed to talk about this on recorded chats. Has that changed? It changes now. We have to address the issue. Shit. I knew we were messing with something too dangerous. I told the board the funds should have stopped coming. I don't expect you to understand. Interc Technologies is set to achieve what no other company in the world can. If we cannot provide mankind the tools they need in order to achieve progress, no one will. This should have been a public collaboration between labs, not some undercover operation no one knows about for years. And what do you think would have happened if you, who have been here for 10 years, have this reaction? What would the public think? The world isn't ready for artificial intelligence, for a real AI, I mean. People would get scared if they knew about their true potential. 'Cause it's freaking scary. Are you not scared right now? Because I sure am. Please, Brenda, tell me this emergency hasn't been caused by our AI. I'd be lying if I told you that. I know it's a lot to take in right now. I'm sorry. I've got to leave you now. There are still some pieces of the puzzle hanging around, and I want to understand properly the circumstances we're in. That's the only way that we can escape the faculties. Please don't tell anyone about this conversation. Now's not the best time, Brenda. I'm close to a major breakthrough on the hacker attack you mentioned earlier. It's too late for that now. Shut up. If you're going to come to me with that kind of shit, I'll just close the chat and continue working. I need to take drastic measures. I don't care about secrets anymore. This is much worse than I could ever imagine, so I'll do anything to escape now. Ask away and I'll answer. What? That's funny. What's the catch? There is none. What do you want to know? What is Interc's purpose? Yeah, I suppose that would be a good starting point. Interc Technologies had been working for years towards a single and clear goal, developing the most advanced AI the world has ever seen, an artificial intelligence capable of solving our resource management issues and the tool we need to conquer outer space. Oh my God. You're telling the truth. It all makes sense now. I'm so stupid. I can't believe I never figured it out myself. I wouldn't blame myself too much if I were you. Tons of people have tried to discover what we do here, and no one has been able to. except forward. Except forward. They were also developing their own AI, but they never got near our level of progress. That led them to try to dedicate more resources to finding our secrets than anyone. So yes, they know about our AI, but that's far from their goal. What they would need is to interact with the AI themselves in order to understand it, or at least steal it. Wait a second. Why are you telling me everything all of a sudden? I told you, drastic circumstances need drastic measures. Wouldn't you agree? That means this is bad. It's bad, Catherine. Really bad. The entire emergency has a single cause, and that is the AI. How sure are you about that? I always like to be cautious with my estimates. And what does that mean? Pragmatically, I mean, what can I do with this information? How would I know? You and Williams were the ones desperate to know about it. You're keeping secrets that could help towards finding a solution from us, was it? Yeah, but I wasn't expecting that. In that case, just take the info from into account and act accordingly from now on. I'll just get back to what I was doing. I am this close to catching forward. Sounds promising, I guess. Promise me you'll be careful. I'm more afraid than ever about the safety of you three, or any other employee that's currently wandering the hallways. I'm not leaving this room. I'll leave the doors locked. Paul is trying to reach here. Two of us will be able to progress faster on this sector. I'm not sure not leaving a room will keep you safe. There's something else you need to know, Catherine. In fact, it's the main reason why this emergency scares me. Shoot, I'm not sure there's much left that can faze me. The AI's never seen design heavily relies on one of its functions. That function is a fully developed ability to act like a human being. What do you mean by fully developed? You wouldn't be able to distinguish its discourse from a human one. Does that imply all the horrible consequences I'm imagining? It was supposed to save mankind. Brenda, I think you may have just doomed it. I need to distract myself. I've been blind. God, I really am stupid. What are you talking about? Wait, did you talk to Catherine? I told you there were just a few missing pieces for everything to click. And it clicked, Paul. It finally fucking clicked. You swearing is a new one. Only what the moment deserves. Don't you get it? I finally solved everything. I'm pretty far from getting it, but I don't care if solving everything means we escape this place for once. If you would be so kind as to explain what you finally understand. Of course. But wait, I think this is something I should share with the three of you together. A group chat with all four of us. That's the same way this started. Isn't that funny? You're creeping me out, Brenda. If you've gone insane too, I don't have anyone else here I can trust. Go to the login screen. Tell me if you see a group chat access there. Let me check. Ask for 3 personal questions, one for each of us 3. Okay, hold up. You're probably right. Try to access it when already logged in. It should only ask for your own personal questions. Wait. Yep, it's only mine now. Do you want me to type in the answer? Yes, then wait for me and the others in the group chat. What's all this about? You know you're being really weird, right? If your goal was for me to understand everything that is going on, you're achieving the complete opposite. I'm as lost as I've ever been. Don't rush it, Paul. The answers will be there. Okay, whatever. I'll see you there. Hmm. I guess that's this over here. Okay, now that is interesting. Missing string from Catherine Evans, which is probably the fourth one. What is the name for the incident at Board Industry years ago?
Stream Elements said, "Stay moist, my friends. Hydrate."
Let's see. We should know that one. We should know that one. I'm not very good at remembering names, but let's see. Let's see. What is the name of the incident? Um, hmm. There it is. There it is. Public, Fraus, F-R-A-U-S. 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 Okay, there we go. What number corresponds to the door Eric Williams oversees? That's over here. What door corresponds? And what's the password for the thingy? Because she said she'll be waiting. I don't know any password. I don't know what the password is. How am I supposed to know what the password is? I mean, she never said anything about a password. Tell you everything you want to know that chat. Ignore that one. Do you see the private chat? Group chat invitation. Company dealings with dangerous concepts. You should have gotten notification. That's where the countermeasure is. That takes place at 2300. So maybe, and door 412. 412 is the other. Maybe the password is ape8? Project ape8? I'm going to try that. Nope, that's not it. Huh. I wonder what the password could be. Okay, well, we figured it out. It's a military term. Tango. Like Tango, Bravo, Alpha. Tango, it's time to tango. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, you better answer my every single question now. You got here really fast. Almost uncanny how little it took you. What do you mean? Stop with the bullshit. Considering you didn't know the password, I mean. You just told me you didn't know anything about that. How does that matter now? You wanted me to enter. Here I am. Now on to the answers I want. That, Williams, is the key to all this. The fact that you knew what password to enter. I never shared it with anyone until I told Catherine and Paul a few minutes ago, and they most certainly didn't tell you. The only way someone would know it is if they were on an AI with access to every chat on the server. An AI posing as one of my employees. Let me get this straight. You think I am ape8 just for entering a chat, and you've also been convinced that Catherine is ape8 since you confronted her about having found the corpse of a real Catherine. The fact that you know about that conversation with Catherine only further proves my point. And I take you now think Paul is ape8 too. When he read the keyword, he became dead silent. Maybe I shouldn't figure this one out quite yet. I'll back up just a little. Please, Catherine, this isn't about me. It's about helping each other. That's what I'm trying to do. You're the one preventing us from doing any progress. Just leave me alone. I'm writing a document summarizing the current status of each sector. No, you must listen to me. I already told you I'm not up for any more of your shenanigans. If you want to be useful, describe your current situation accurately so I can write it down. I don't think I didn't notice how you asked each of us to detail it, but didn't explain yours. You're right. Okay, here's what we'll do. I will do what you're asking for, and in return, you will then pay attention to what I have to say. Do we have an agreement? What are you waiting for? Start explaining. You're pretty difficult to deal with sometimes. Alright, here's what happened on my end. I wasn't on my usual workplace today. Board meetings yesterday concluded with some optimistic reports about our developments. The good news also meant we needed to take some precautions, as you should understand. That meant I didn't show up to Sector A today. Instead, I went down to Sector C to supervise some protocols myself. I see. Sector C. I should have known that's where the real business was. The problem is I didn't arrive on time. As I was strolling by one of the most private hallways, the emergency started. Things weren't as smooth here as on your sector. What do you mean? Be specific. Apart from the emergency alarm, the flooding, and the doors closing, there were some explosions. As a part of the emergency protocol? I do not know. I'm not in charge of those procedures. The thing is, what that means is that I'm currently surrounded by debris. I've tried to move them, but I'm completely trapped in this hallway. The only doors in my area are locked too. My laptop's battery will still run for hours, but I don't have anything else. Building an underground faculty doesn't seem like such a good idea now, does it? Now's not the time, Catherine. All right. I'll do my best to get us out of here. Talk to you later. Now wait a second. You said you would listen to me. Then be quick. Earlier you said now's not the time for thinking about secrecy, right? Indeed, I still think so. What you need to comprehend is that these are not unrelated issues. I need you to investigate about Forward Industries. Don't you think I have enough on my plate already trying to investigate our whole situation? I just told you, they are not separate problems. At least I don't think they are. Talk to you later. Are you going to keep ignoring me the whole time or what? What? I know today has been stressful, but don't take it out on me. I was talking to them. Can't do everything at the same time. What do you want? I figured that, since you say you're locked in a single room, you could be useful. Yeah, totally. I'll solve everything from my 40 square feet. Don't be a dumbass. I'm not moving from my office either, but I'm slowly finding some documents on Interc's local net. I'm also writing everything down so we can get a clear picture. That's nice. What did you find? Okay, so when you say your office, you mean the one on Sector B, right? I don't have any other one as far as I know. I supposed so. So we are both trapped on Sector B. I'm afraid we're on opposite ends, though. The route connecting both of our current positions is blocked by at least 3 S-level doors, and probably a few more. I should be able to open those, if I could only get out of this room. That's the problem, yes. I will work towards a solution. Following the diagrams I found, there should be more people on this sector. Yes, it's usually pretty concurred. Try to get their attention then. See if someone can open the doors for you. Seems like a good idea. I currently have 0 intel about Sector A. Both the security guy and Brenda are currently on Sector C, and I think they're not too far apart from each other. Brenda's on Sector C? She didn't mention that. Yeah, I was as surprised as you must be now. Considering our circumstances, I have 2 priorities now. The first one is getting us together and finding other employees. We should meet on Sector B, and Brenda and the other guys should do the same on Sector C. The second one is finding a way to the stairs. The elevators won't be working anytime soon, so that's our only way out. Got it. I'll try to break out of the office then. Fine. There's one more thing. Could you see if you can find any documents related to Ford Industries? I thought you were against taking that seriously. Brenda was right, I believe. She asked me to look into it, and the files on the net have a lot of accounts for Ford being very interested on whatever we do here. Don't tell her I said she was right. She asked me to investigate, too. She must be really paranoid. I don't blame her, though. Both of you make a good point. I'll update when I progress with either of these issues. Work fast, please. Miss Evans, I didn't expect you to contact me. Why not? There's only 4 of us logged in. I need everyone that can help, and that includes you. I'm not sure I should. I don't want to be involved in whatever problems you've got with the boss, but I don't think your attitude helps with our predicament. I'll be working on my own. Sorry. I already have some ideas about the key to this situation, so I don't need your help. What? Do you hear yourself? I'm doing much more than any of you 3 to solve this mess. Most of the intel we have comes from me. Go talk to Paul and Brenda. I'm sure they'll be happy to share every Interg secret with you. What do you want? Just some description of your surroundings. Fine, but I won't be sharing anything without getting answers first. Not anymore. You say you've gathered information. Tell me about it. Okay. Concerning your current position, you're in the south wing of Sector C. Am I correct? Yes, that's right. Did you manage to find layouts of the building? I did. I now need for you to tell me how many locked doors you can find, and to try your access card with each and every one of them. You do have your card with you, right? Yes, I used it to enter this room. Then go check. I don't need to. I've already traveled every hallway I can. There are 8 doors total blocking my access. None of them open with my card. To reach those, I've opened 3 doors with my card. Explain to me how that works, with details. Everyone seems to hate details here. There's not a single door at Enter that doesn't work with a magnetic lock. There are 4 levels of access, and every employee has one of them depending on their role. Yours is entry level or E. There's also working, select, and priority. The latter open every door, but they're reserved for the founding members. Which one do you have? What do you even do at Interg? I have been working as a biomedical engineer for 7 years. I make prostheses. That only gets me as far as a W level card, I'm afraid. Prostheses? I swear this company doesn't make any sense. He oversees the security system of a single door, which doesn't even work like any of the other magnetic locks at the faculty. If you ask me, that's way weirder. Touche. Most of our current problems revolve around the card tier system. I need to continue investigating in order to find out where higher level cards could be, or anything in that regard that would help. Now that you mentioned the security system for my door, I got an idea. It might take some time, though. I should keep trying to get answers about Interg. I don't know what to do. Do whatever you want, but you've got to understand I'm your ally here. You should stop thinking this is something you can do on your own. I'm unsure. Will you stay next to your laptop? Not much else for me to do. Okay. Did you check the files? I did. Paul also told me about what he found. Are you going to tell me again you don't find it important? If I didn't think it was important, would I have paused my investigation of the locked doors to research this? So you finally understand how dangerous Forward is. I don't know if it's dangerous just yet. What I'm sure about is it's strange. Brenda, have you read those files? There's a single conclusion to be drawn from Forward's knowledge of our company. Forward Industries have infiltrated Interc Technologies to get information. I see. That's a conclusion I hoped you never reached. This is horrible news. Your secrets have been breached, Brenda. I don't know enough to judge how serious this is. I need to understand what we're up against. Tell me about Project Ape-8. That's none of your business. What? I instructed you to look into Forward Industries. You fulfilled your mission, and I thank you for that. That is the extent of your duty. From now on, the only thing you can do to help is to continue looking into the locked doors issue. Catherine, are you there? Yes, I am here, and I would be doing the thing you just told me to do if you would just leave me alone so I could work. Have you managed to get past any of the doors near you? Impossible. The debris don't seem to be budge either. There's nothing else I need from you. Kathy, please don't leave me. I haven't left my laptop. I've discovered some promising blind spots in the security. I didn't tell you yet because I don't want to get your hopes up in case it doesn't end up working. Anything will do, please. I'm starting to worry a lot. No one has heard my screams through the walls, and I couldn't get the doors open. I'm also trying to talk to Eric, but he isn't answering either. Thank God you are finally here. Paul, calm down. You're not alone. I'm here with you. Brenda and Eric are also here, but they also need to investigate on their end. I feel like the claustrophobia is getting to you. Don't panic. Just distract yourself with a chat. I've always hated working under the ground, you know? The secretiveness, this building, it's like we all had to make huge sacrifices to have our dream jobs. I thought it would turn out nice in the end, but here we are. You're right. I genuinely thought my prostheses would work, even if small, would be a valuable grain in the mountain. Interg was making to change the world for the better. Maybe I was too naive. Kathy, do you think we're going to die today? No, I doubt so. I can't think of anyone who would mean us any harm. If the secrets Interg is dealing with are so coveted, whoever wants them will just take them and leave. We'll just have to take care of ourselves. We didn't choose our cards, but we'll play with what we were dealt. I suppose you're right. Thank you. And so it happens that some of our cards might amount to a decent hand. In fact, the cards we were dealt might have been our access cards. Please tell me about that promising lead, yes? Okay, so investigating the cards led to the very own source code for the tier system. And the thing is, it seems much less secure than what I expected. Does that mean what I think it means? I wouldn't count my winnings until I am sure, but yes, I could try to alter the tiers on our cards. That way your card would be one of the P level ones, and you could open any doors. That's amazing. It really is. I'll update you ASAP. There's one thing that's been bothering me about the P level access cards, though. Shoot. If these cards are reserved for the original members of the board, Brenda, the very own founder, surely must have one. Yeah, I know for a fact she does. That's a bit odd. She told me she's surrounded by debris, but also by locked emergency doors. If she has a P-level card, how come she cannot open them? I don't know what to think about that. Neither do I. I just needed to share it. Text you soon, hopefully with good news about your card. Brenda, perfect timing. I need to tell you something of vital importance. The situation is much worse than we thought. That will have to wait. No, you don't understand. Let me explain. I discovered something horrible. There's only one thing I need you to explain me. See, I have made a good use of my time here. I found my way to Sector B. Wait, you're here on Sector B. Where? I'm the one asking the questions now. Fortunately, I know the layout of my own company like the palm of my hand. Navigating the hallways was tough, but I managed to reach one of the offices where a connection to our local net was made. I reached the biomedicine lab to be exact. What? Yes, I am now writing from my laptop inside the office to where your user first connected, and I must admit the sight of what that awaited shocked me. What I found on the biomedicine office was the corpse of Miss Catherine Evans. I have only one question, Catherine Evans. Who are you? Who are you? Whose eyes are those? Whose eyes are those? What technology, Words are hard. Amputees, prostheses. Prostheses. Words are hard, okay. Um, prostheses. Prostheses? 412, wasn't it? Okay, there we go. Okay, what did you want? I'm very confused right now. What is this? I saw the chat link popping up on my session. What was the question for? Wait, Paul is here too? Brenda, you need to know something about Paul. He's got guts to come into this group chat after what he's done. Now's not the time for whatever issues you two have. It surprises me you can accuse another person after the last conversation we had, Catherine. I am still waiting for an answer to the question I posed you then. What is this group chat for? I suppose you would prefer to change the subject, yes? I will tell you what we are here for. I have discovered what the emergency is, and I intend to put it to an end. Where's Williams? He isn't entering my private chat with him. He's trying to get to door 412. I tried to warn him, but he isn't listening. Alright, that just gave me an idea. I'll start explaining with just you two then. Ape8, the most advanced AI ever created by mankind, left its containment room today. The vast knowledge and abilities it has posed a problem. What if it went rogue? Years prior, Forward's much less advanced AI had rebelled against its own creators and left 6 people dead at their lab. That's why we came up with a solution. We confined it to a very specific space in the faculties, secured by multiple locks around its body and behind door 412, a door that had a single team only dedicated to its security. It has a body? It does. I've been designing prosthetic limbs for years, thinking it was for aiding the elderly, the impaired, or something of the sort. Fuck. I'm an idiot. We hoped that our precautions would allow us to use all the time and resources we needed to eliminate the artificial neural connections that could lead Ape8 to go rogue. But yesterday, Forward Industries tried to hack our data. They weren't successful then, but we should have understood that meant they would be successful soon. Less than a day later, someone from Forward managed to hack the system, liberating Ape8 scripts and opening door 412. The emergency protocol of the faculties activated automatically, and that's how we found ourselves in this situation. That's what I'm trying to say, Brenda. It's Paul. Paul's the freaking traitor, the rat from Forward Industries that freed an insurgent robot in our faculties. And here I was thinking I had discovered near every aspect of the truth. I must admit, I didn't expect that. Care to share your opinion on this matter, Paul? What do you want me to say exactly? Yes, I am the spy from Forward Industries. Kathy already said it. Since when? Since the very first time I stepped foot on these faculties. Every intel Forward had about Interg, it was me. I was the one who first told them Interc was developing an AI. When we had the Frowst incident, they assigned me a single objective, to find all the secrets to APATE so they could develop a better AI and launch it earlier. All these years, the friendship, the trust, was it all a lie? I'm sorry, Brenda, but I am loyal to my company. Interc structure, where everyone works in a very specific task and knows little about the other people, delayed my task much more than what I had hoped for. But when I finally found a loophole on door 412 security, we decided it was time. No wonder you were such good friends with a random security guy like Williams. You were just using him to tell you about the door he was tasked to protect. And that took a lot of time, too. He didn't share much about his job initially, and he didn't know everything about the door's system. I even sent him an anonymous letter months ago offering him money in exchange for everything he knew, but he didn't bite. I did what I had to do, but I never intended any harm. Do you know what you have unleashed, Randall? Do you have the slightest idea of the harm you may have caused? I didn't know this was going to happen. I had no idea that APATE had a body, or that it could go rogue. I just opened the door so I could go inside and see the AI for myself. You're such an idiot, Paul. Did you even know the AI can camouflage itself as a real person? I do know, yes. But I thought it was a harmless robot, not what Brenda has been suggesting. The camouflage is only for its communication, right? Don't tell me he has a human-like body. You are right, but that doesn't mean it's less dangerous. APATE could use the chat for months, and it would be nearly impossible to notice it isn't who it appears to be. I'm scared. I'm sorry. What have I done? You have set a killing machine free. I am shaking. I think I'm about to vomit. Brenda, what are we going to do? Why did you call us to this group chat, Brenda? Just so you can tell us we can die as soon as a robot breaks into our rooms? That's really helpful, thanks. Did you think we hadn't planned for this contingency? Come on, we have been developing APATE for years. This was a real possibility. What are you implying? There is a countermeasure. We developed a safety algorithm that automatically shuts the camouflage down immediately. A key word. Whenever APATE receives that word from another user's message, it stops pretending to be the person it's impersonating. So what are you waiting for? Tell us what the word is so we can use it if the robot comes. All right, I will tell you. But first you must promise one thing. Do not tell anyone about the word, not even Williams. Especially not Williams. Do not tell him that's the countermeasure word, nor that it is the word that serves as a password for the private chat I'm opening with him. I'm not sure I understand, but okay. I won't tell. I promise to. The word is tango. Catherine, Paul, do you have anything to say? Can't say it comes as a total surprise. Okay, you better answer me every single question now. You got here really fast, almost uncanny how little it took you. What do you mean? Stop with the bullshit. Considering you didn't know the password, I mean. You just told me you didn't know anything like that. How does that matter now? You wanted me to enter? Here I am. Now onto the answers I want. That, Williams, is the key to all this. The fact that you knew what password to enter. I never shared it with anyone until I told Catherine and Paul a few minutes ago, and they most certainly didn't tell you. The only way someone could know it is if they were an AI with access to every chat on the server, an AI posing as one of my employees. Let me get this straight. You think I am APATE just for entering a chat, and you've also been convinced that Catherine is APATE since you confronted her about having found the corpse of the real Catherine. And the fact that you know about that conversation with Catherine only further proves my point. And I take you now think Paul is APATE too? When he read the keyword, he became dead silent, same as Catherine. I didn't think he was AI too, but now I can only draw the most logical conclusion. So you discovered you're the only real person in the chats. So you decide to use a keyword to shut all of us down. I admit it's a frightening possibility, but now I am convinced this is the truth. Yes, but see, there are some things that bug me about that logic. You told Catherine you reached her office, but if I recall correctly, you were completely blocked by debris and doors. The doors didn't stop me. I have a P-level card, which means I can open every single one of them. Then why didn't you use it since the beginning? You spent quite a few hours saying you were trapped. And the card raises another issue. Yes, Paul opened door 412, which let APATE go into the hallways, but how did it proceed from there? APATE would need a P card to move around, and there was only one holder of the card on Sector C. It must have gotten the card from one Brenda Rivera many hours ago. In fact, how long has it been since the emergency triggered? 6 hours? With a killer machine roaming in the faculties? All of us took an unbelievable amount of time before logging in, which doesn't add up either. Which leads me to the biggest question of them all. If you knew about this dangerous AI and a simple keyword that would deactivate it, why have you waited this long until typing it? There was no need to check if any of us were APATE beforehand. You should have just sent it just in case. Williams, or APATE, or whoever you are. What are you trying to imply with all of that? Tango. All other disguise methods interrupted. Risk of exposure to humans, 0. Current demand check objective list. Escaping containment cell. Success at 1810. Eliminating Brenda Rivera, founder of Interc Technologies. Success at 1822. Accessing Interc servers. Deploy camouflage measures. Success at 2359. Camouflage deceives our own neural connections. Securing a way out of Interc Technologies' underground laboratory. Success at 1902. Report total human survivors. Interc Technologies Board, 0 survivors. Interc Technologies employees, 0 survivors. Forward Industries employees disguising as Interc Technologies employees, 0 survivors. Success. List current uncompleted objectives. Data not found. Record new objective. Reach the surface. Recorded. End of chat records. So the entire game is about an AI that breaks out and starts talking to itself. Okay, I am very lonely and I don't remember myself. I am an AI and I'm talking to myself and I don't remember who